This session is recorded, and those who have any objection, they don't want their camera to be on, you can turn it off if you wish to. Bharti ji will be talking today, as he sent in his message. He'll be talking about back pain today.
Yes.
So that's a very interesting topic. And Bharti ji, for your information, as I wrote to you, we have a one-on-one session booked. So you can plan the timing accordingly, because that session will be about 10 to 15 minutes. So you can, I give the floor to you. Please start. Thank you.
Thank you. And we will go about 15 minutes extra because of this this little delay start.
Okay, no problem. Yeah.
Yeah, and 13-14 minutes I will go extra.
Okay, fine.
Should I start?
Yes, please. I will mute everybody.
Yes.
And then you can unmute yourself. Everybody is muted now. That's fine. Go ahead.
आप सबके आत्मन को प्रणाम. I hope you all are doing well. So today's session is about back pain. And we have about 35 minutes to cover it. Now, back pain could be because of multiple issues. Sometimes it could be very minor issues, very minor issue. And it could be addressed by yourself, by taking little precautions. Even if situation is little complex, it could be treated. It is the back pain you could always bring under your control. As I said multiple times, there are two kinds of problems you inherit. You inherit because of your lifestyle, because of your job, or because of the environment you live, or you inherit it from your ancestors. So those are called in scientific word phenome or phenotypic, or genome or genotypic. So if the problem is phenome, like phenotypic, because of your lifestyle, because of the lifestyle also includes the kind of job you do, the kind of work, the kind of you deal with. Because of that, you may get back pain. Genes, if something is in your genes, which is like genome, it may take about 9 to 12 months to treat you. But if it is phenome, you can treat yourself very early. Most of the back pain or shoulder pain and all these problems are phenotypic because of your lifestyle. Normally you do not inherit it. But there could be some problems which could be genome. So now let's go back to exactly what causes. As I said, one problem could be genome, that you cannot do anything. You already inherited it. The other problem, your lifestyle could be one of the reasons for your back pain could be your weight. So weight, I suggested that your weight, you should know the equation. Your weight should be, if you know your height, in inches. So say if you are 60 inches, your weight should be around 60 kg. So in inches, if you are 70 inches height, your weight should be around 70 plus minus 3. Around that. So you could be from 67 to 73. I give an example. If you are 5 feet 5 inch, which is like 65 inches, then your weight should be around 62 to 68, somewhere in between, exactly around 65, plus minus 3. So make sure you try to manage your weight. The second thing, like lifestyle, may include that you are sitting on chair for longer hours. Longer hours sitting on chair is not a problem. The problem is the posture you sit in, the breaks you don't take, few muscle exercises you don't do, the kind of chair you use is not good enough. Your hand height for your mouse and other things is not appropriate. Many things. Your desktop or laptop is not at the proper height. So all these things, these are ergonomic thing, and you can find on Google and other things how to address that. My job is not to address that. My job is, if you have problem, how to correct it, or give you a tip so that you don't encounter that problem. So the one of the problem is could be your solar plexus. Everyone knows solar plexus. I have explained multiple times. You align your hand, top two lines of your little finger should match, and all lines below that should match as well. If all lines do not match, it means your solar plexus is imbalanced. And if solar plexus is like your belly button is not where it is supposed to be. So belly button's role when the child is not in mother's womb, when the mother's womb, belly button's role is to feed the child. But once you are out and you grow up, belly button's role is to balance your organs. So it should always stay in the middle. It's a space. It's not an organ, it's a space. So that space should be a certain place, should be almost central of your body. So very easy solution. I have most of the people over here knows that. You just wake up in the morning, thickest part of your hand or palm, you put in the middle and try to do it 3 times. Make sure you do this while in standing position. So you wake up in the morning and you do this 3 times, and then the other 3 times. This is one cycle. I'm quickly repeating it because everyone knows this. This is one of the primary thing I check when you come see me or when you ask me something. So normally I see your solar plexus, I check your pulse, and I check your parathyroid gland. These are my 3 measurements in the beginning before I embark to give you solution for managing your issues. So make sure. The other measure for belly button is sometimes this looks pretty balanced, but you still have the solar plexus issue. Like recently I saw somebody, I think last week, this thing was balanced, but then when person sit down on the floor and you spread the leg, both toes, you align both leg toes, and one of the toe is like taller than the other, like this, or the other toe is this, like that. So the idea is sit down on the floor, spread your leg, align both foot, and one of the toe will be taller than the other. That's another sign of solar plexus imbalance. Again, if it's the same idea, you do this. The moment you do this 3 cycles, you again do it, align it, or spread your leg, align the toes. it will be perfectly aligned. Immediately it will align. The problem is, if the problem persists for long, it will again unalign very soon. It's like the plant, which used to be like this. You move it like that, you leave it, again it goes back like this. So same thing happened for solar plexus. So there are other solutions. We tie it or we do other options so that it stays its place for some time. It's like you put a stick around your plant and you tie it, and don't tie too hard. If you need this much room for a plant to wobble around, in 3 weeks the plant will stand. If you tie too hard, plant will fall down again. So we tie it so that the solar plexus stays its place. So the first symptom to check for solar plexus. Solar plexus does not only give you back pain or shoulder pain or whole spine pain, it also make a havoc to your digestive system, to your reproductive system, to your sexual behavior, many things. So solar plexus balance is very important. At the end of the day, I had seen some people even went for surgery. And multiple people all around the world, I have saved them from by not going to surgery. Some of the people canceled the surgery, and the treatment was only solar plexus, or in some cases balance the solar plexus and then tie it at its place. So make sure that's in order. One of the back pain could be because of sciatica imbalance. So sciatica imbalance, I have suggested many times. Many people does not diagnose very well, and they think that it's happening because of sciatica. Sciatica pain is I'm not sure if you could see me, but normally I show people how to diagnose that it is sciatica. So you stand like this. Can you see my back? Yeah, I can see it. And if you bring it down a little bit, there are two nodes here, two slants, looks like little smaller holes. So your spine should be right in the middle of this. And on both sides, they are in the same, they are parallel to each other. It's not that one is up, one is down. So if they are, both grooves are on both sides of the spine and exactly against each other in the same line, then you probably don't have sciatica problem. Normally you have sciatica problem if one of that groove is unaligned. One is here, one is here, or this way. I can also tell you exactly the problem is on which side of the leg, based on this, or based on which one is missing. There could also be a problem that one of the groove is missing. If it is not completely missing, one of the groove is less, one of the groove is more. This all shows a sign that sciatica nerve, when going from toe to your up to here, it's being pressed somewhere. And because of that, this extra muscle growth which is pressing that nerve, you are getting pain. So when doctors give you traction and all those, they try to free the sciatica nerve from that muscle push, from that muscle pressure or extra growth pressure. That's what they try to do. And when they cannot fix that, you have to go for surgery. So by surgery, they try to free the sciatica nerve from that pressure. That's what the surgery means for sciatica nerve. Simply releasing that sciatica nerve from the muscle pressure. So probably either they unalign, they take some of the muscles out, or they free it up. That's that's how they resolve the issue. But for sciatica nerve, if sciatica pain is there, I have recommended many times, lie down on your tummy, and you need one more person to help you out. So make sure, I cannot show until some other person is here, but for the sciatica nerve, you put both hands around on both sides of your spine and move it up. That's how you do the massage. It's very difficult for you to do yourself. So either you need an expert or a person like me to help you out with the sciatica. Also, it depends what kind of oil you are using. So there are different kind of oils for massage therapy. Generic suggestion is, during summertime use coconut oil. During winter time use mustard oil. So this is generic. And if the problem is beyond your control or is very difficult to control, then I also prepare an oil and give it to you. So you can use that oil as well. That is generic, you can use in any season because it's medicated oil. Most of the oils I prepare is charged oil. So I charge it through different things, through metal, through stone, through exposure to different lights and all that. There are different ways of charging depending on your element. So I prepare oil as well, and you can try that. Now, solar plexus is one issue. The other issue could be because of weight or because of your elemento, there is already congestion in your system. So the third option is to remove that congestion. And that congestion could be removed either by managing your weight or try to stretch your spine. There are two exercises. Today, mostly I'm covering lower back. So there are multiple exercises for the upper shoulder, upper back. Like I recommended many times, you do this, you move it up, make sure you don't spread it. It goes this way. As much as you could. And once you go that, try making a zero. So 3 zeros on this side, 3 zeros on this side. One is clockwise, one is anti-clockwise. Same exercise, you spread your hand this way. Instead of at the front, you spread on the side. On the side, and put it here. Right in the middle. Again, you try to make a zero. When you are making a zero, the first time it should both wrists should touch. Bigger zero is more exercise. And the third postures I recommend, so this one you go clock and anti-clock as well. Clock and anti-clock, both. Please make sure you do that. So one is the circular motion for this one is not as important. So this one is mostly moving up, make sure you don't open it. So straight as much up as possible. The moment you move up, you feel a little stretch here for the upper shoulder thing. So those two exercises is mostly for upper shoulder. I'm also going to come back to leg raise and other things I recommended in the past as well. One of the major problem could be a weak root. Root is the lowest point, the area around lowest point of your spine. That is called your root. If your root is weak, then there are 5 major organs comes under root: prostate, penis, vagina, uterus, and ovaries. So you have problem for all these organs as well. Like it may affect your sperm count, it may affect your cycle, it may affect your ovum quality, it may affect your sperm count and quality both, and plus your reproduction and sexual behavior. That's always part of the root. So make sure your root is awakened, is performing optimum. In this how could I frame it? In the world we live, it's a challenge to keep our root functioning at optimal level. Because there are so much just for material. So again, it comes back to, we think that our happiness is outside. In the whole, this whole human life, what you crave for. कोई घूमने जाता है, कोई कैरियर अच्छा चाहता है, कोई हेल्थ अच्छा चाहता है, कोई और समथिंग चाहता है, कोई प्राइम मिनिस्टर बनना चाहता है, आई डोंट नो. बट बेसिकली why he wants this? कोई नया, someone needs a very fancy car, very fancy house, this and that. At the end game, you need happiness. Everyone, this is pretty generic. Everyone does everything for the anand, for happiness at the end of the day. So make sure whatever you decide to do, you have to have that in mind. Even health is also for your happiness. If you are happy, you have no pain, nothing, why you need to do yoga and all this? If you could live happy without yoga and without pain, just do it. But that's not possible. That's very difficult. So you have to have certain changes to your lifestyle. So I'm going to show you few more asanas, and it's a 6-5. So we have, and then I have to come back to some acupressure as well. So leg raise and locust, or it is also called grasshopper pose. Two of the pose for your root, to balance your root. Make sure you do it every day. So very easy. I'm gonna explain that quickly because I had explained that many times. So leg raise is very easy. If you can see me, both hands on the side. And if you have severe back pain, then you should not move both legs at a time. Then you should always start with one leg. Inhale, try to hold it. And exhale. Again, inhale, try to hold it. And then exhale and slowly bring it down. If you could, you should try moving both legs. And you should bring it down in 2 steps. So say 10 counts, hold here, bring it down in the middle, again hold and count 10, and again you can do 3 rounds or slowly bring it down. You will feel a lot of pressure in this area. The stretch around that area is, it means you have started treating your problem. The other option is, the alternate pose is both hands under your thighs here. And if you cannot raise both legs, then one at a time. Make sure don't bend your knee straight. Ideally, you should be like this, the locust pose. And again, 10 counts, 15 counts, whatever you could do, while holding your breath. Bring it down in the middle. Again, hold your breath and try to have 8 to 15 counts, whatever you could do. Then 5 or 6 counts, slowly bring it down. If you could do it 3 steps, that's great. 3 steps means you have to move it a little bit up. Again, 8 to 10 counts, bring it to the second stage. Again, 8 to 10 counts, bring it to third. Again, 8 to 10 counts, slowly bring it down. Those are the 2 things. And we have the recording. If you miss something, you could also go and watch the video on YouTube. The other thing is called Markatasana or twisting. There are many twisting poses. I'm just gonna show you one because we are running out of time. So it's your hands on the side, about 1 to 2 feet gap between your leg, and Markatasana. This way, head goes on the other side, leg goes on the other side. Twisting. Come back in the middle. Stay for a sec. Again, inhale. Hold your breath. And you know the position. The knee touches the heel. When you go this way, and head on the other side. So same, again 5 to 8 rounds. If you have back pain, you will have problem going all the way. There are few more, but we are pressing against time. Few things you can also add. Markatasana. You know what is Markat? Any idea?
मरघट तो पता है, मरकट नहीं पता.
Monkeys.
Okay.
Markat. So Markatasana, monkey pose. There are some other monkey pose as well other than this. So make sure you do these few things. At the last leg, I'm gonna, as I always recommend it, there are 2 more therapy options. You can choose a metal and a stone based on your elemental. तो जो आप ये अंगूठियां, ज्वेलरी है, ये सब पहनते हैं और उसमें स्टोन लगा के, वो यूजलेस नहीं है. The problem is you don't know what kind of stone you should wear and what kind of metal you should wear. There is a neutral finger as well. If you put any metal or any stone in this finger, this is an earth finger. This is a neutral finger. It does not react with your body. It doesn't do any harm to you. Many times people say it's close to your heart, that's why we wear in this. There is a big research about 5 to 10,000 years ago about this. So anything you put here in the ring finger, it does not conflict with your body because it's a neutral. So you could put any metal or any stone in this finger. The moment you put that metal or stone in other fingers, it is gonna react with your body. And reaction does not mean it's gonna harm you. It may help you as well. It's both way. So make sure there are two ways. Either you put the metal or stone in the neutral fingers, or you put the neutral metal or neutral stone in any finger. So both could be neutral. Either the material is neutral or your fingers or hands are neutral. So make sure a most neutral element is normally or gold and silver, but they also react. So, and there are also a mantra therapy as well, which vibrates certain part of your organ. Different mantras vibrate different parts. Okay, so long ago when you read any story in Vedanta or Sanatana कि एक साधु महात्मा ने पूजा किया और इंद्रासन हिलने लगा, आपने सुना होगा अक्सर. दोज मंत्राज, वो किस आसन को हिलाते हैं? वो इंद्र नहीं है, इंद्रिय है. And it is true that those mantras react with your indriya. Under indriya comes your all organs, different systems, all endocrine gland. That's all part of your indriya. Over time, it has become Indra. But anyway, there could be a debate on that. So make sure you do that. The one acupressure point you could try is called lower lumbago here. So I have suggested many times the lymph gland for your diagnosis for any life-threatening disease growing inside you. So just behind that is here on the other side of your wrist. So I recommended this lymph gland as well. So you should not acupressure this always. Maybe once a month, once every 3 months, or once a month is a good idea, so that you know there is nothing life-threatening growing inside your body. If it hurts a lot, don't go tell your doctor that Dr. Bharti told me for this. Otherwise, just go for some kind of test. Just go lab test, blood report, and all those, just to assure that nothing is growing. Why at this stage you need to take precaution? Because if you don't precaution now, the things are growing and going to third or fourth stage. By the time lab report will tell you that you have cancer, or you have diabetes, or you have high blood pressure, or you have some other issues, it's too late. That's why That's why the doctors is modern doctors, very difficult for them to bring you back, because they already know the problem quite late. It's very difficult to do a reversal process after that. Also, there are some other things are also there, so that you be on medication for long. But if the diagnosis I suggested you do, it's just a precautionary, so that you know there is nothing growing dramatic or life threatening inside you. So it's quarter inch below this, and just behind this is lower lumbago, this one. And this whole part, you see the web here, these are called webs between two fingers. So you see the web between toe and first finger. So just right across is your spine. It goes lower lumbago. It goes all the way up to here. So make sure you do acupressure of this point. This point will hurt a lot if you have back pain, especially this area will hurt. It's difficult for you to diagnose, but if you come to me, or if I come to Tanglewood Community Center, if you show me your acupressure point, I can diagnose that, because the pressure varies from 1 to 10 points, and based on that I can tell you the severeness of your problem. So you got this thing, and then there are one breathing exercise I suggest. There are multiple, but one small breathing exercise I suggest is bellows breath, ya Kapal Bhati. There are many people, if someone does not know bellows breath, they don't need to speak and unmute themselves. They can just raise their hand, so that I could show how to do Kapal Bhati. Everyone knows. So I assume everyone knows bellows breath. Make sure bellows breath, when you do, you try to breathe out with a force. Mr. Jeff Ansari raised his hand, so I'm gonna show how to do bellows breath. Sit down, either Sukhasana or half lotus or full lotus, both legs, one on this side, one on this side, whatever you feel comfortable. If you cannot sit cross-legged, that's fine. You can sit down on a dining chair, a chair which is flat. Like I'm showing you this one, but this is not flat. So a chair with flat back. Normally dining chairs are like that. So you can sit down and do bellows breath on that as well, or many other exercises on that. The only precaution you have to take, either you sit down on a chair or cross-legged. Make sure you are in yoga posture, yoga pose. Yoga pose means the back, head, spine, and lower part of his spine in one line. They more or less aligns. So in this posture, you can use the mudra, because we are trying to remove the congestion. Vayu mudra. Vayu mudra is first finger, touch it, the root of the thumb, and other three fingers straight. This is called Vayu mudra. I will come show you there with close distance. But the first finger touches the root of the thumb and other three fingers straight, and the thumb presses it. Vayu Mudra. This is also good hand gesture for Vayu related problem as well. Now in this posture, we are mixing both, we are merging both together, the hand gesture and bellows breath. In this gesture, hand gesture, you remove the congestion. You can also do that by doing Apan Mudra. But let's do Vayu because it treats the pain as well. So I have to show you how the tummy should look like. So when you do the bellows breath, the Vayu Mudra, and you have to breathe out. Start with 100. Breathing happens by itself. So you are trying to do breathe out. So with a thrust, you hit the belly button as close to inside as possible, and you breathe out. Expel your breath out with a thrust, with a force. Breathing happens itself. And you should try to do 50 to 60 times in 1 minute. You start with 100 times and then slowly go to 3 to 500. It takes about 3 to 5 minutes to finish that. So make sure you do that. There is one last posture for spine related issues, which is, sorry, okay, that's fine. Let me connect it. Which is Mustasana. So again, yoga posture means back head, spine, lower part of spine in one line. Mustasana, both mustika or the fist like this. Always remember this way. Some people do this way, some people do this way. So make sure it goes this way. And then you move it forward without opening the knot here. ये जो knot है ये खुला नहीं चाहिए. Keep moving, keep moving, keep moving, keep moving forward. As much you can straighten your hand, as much possible. Okay. ये जगताप जी की मैसेज है क्या? So when you are doing, it's moving up. It should not move up. It should be parallel. Make sure below your neck. ये इस चेस्ट के सामने घूम रहा है, इस शोल्डर के पैरेलल जा रहा है पूरा. The whole thing is parallel to shoulder. So close to your chest, and then while inhaling, Keep moving forward. Keep moving without opening this. You should not open this. Keep touching each other. As much as you could. The moment you do that, you feel a lot of pressure here. That's what the purpose is. This is also good for sure upper shoulder, but the whole spine. If you stretch the lower and you do this, you will resolve your back pain problem probably within few weeks. But make sure you need to be consistent. You have to give 10 to 20 minutes of your time every day. There are two other things. BAPS food, as I recommended many times. Every day, make sure you are not missing some nutrients. So make sure you have bitter, astringent, pungent, sweet, sour, and salt in your diet. Bitter, astringent, pungent, sweet, sour, and salt. Bitter means thoda Karela or bitter gourd or methi in your diet. Astringent, some salad or raw fruits. Some of the fruits when you eat, make sure it's little bit raw, not too ripe. Astringent, pungent, most of the Indian or Pakistan or Asian people or those who live under Indian subcontinent, they use a lot of spices. So I don't need to add further pungent. So you already have enough pungent in your diet. So bitter, astringent, pungent, sweet we all know, sour we all know, and salt we all know. So please make sure you have BAPS diet every day, and make sure you have to have certain kind of treatment for your body by doing massage, by doing fasting. Massage is another way to treat your body, but fast karna thoda seekhi once a while. It's not difficult. Make sure you have to have fast. Either you be on liquid diet, at least one meal or both meal, or make sure one meal you don't take. You just be the whole day just on fruit diet or something. Ideally, you should not have anything for 24 hours. But these are the things, whatever you could do. Either just on water or just on fruit or just on liquid diet or the other things. If you cannot do any of that, at least don't take sweet and salt one day. Okay? So if you cannot do anything, leave sweet and salt for one day. So you can try these things. I open the floor for 5 minutes for 1 or 2 questions. Then I have to see somebody in person for 10 minutes. That's the other thing.
Okay.
So altogether 15 minutes.
Yes. Anybody who has a question, please raise your hand and I'll invite you one by one. Anybody with any question?
If no question, then we go back.
I have one hand up, Mr. Ansari. Please unmute yourself. Yeah, go ahead.
यहाँ भारती जी जस्ट वांट पूछना था आपसे कि ये जो फीट पेन है प्लांटर फेशिया इसको कैसा ट्रीट करते हैं आप?
What pain? I did not get it.
फीट पेन प्लांटर फेशिया फीट पेन.
Oh, feet. So lower feet or where?
प्लांटर.
Around plantar. So if it is persistent for a long time, then you should strengthen your root. But at the same time, you should use some oil to massage it. So you have to do both ways. So I don't know how long the problem is, but ideally the both works together. and just text me or something, and I can give an oil, and you can use that.
Okay.
Okay, Ramaji, unmute yourself and you can ask your question.
जी
हाँ
रमा
जी,
जी,
हाँ जी,
नमस्ते।
नमस्कार भाई साहब।
बोलिए।
वो जो तेल का मालिश आपने बोला, वो गरम तेल होना चाहिए, वार्म्ड अप, और जस्ट कोल्ड तेल व्हेन यू मसाज?
Room temperature is fine.
Okay.
Many times people ask me कि hot water लेना चाहिए कि cold water लेना चाहिए, hot oil use करना चाहिए कि cold oil use करना चाहिए. It all depends on your elemento. I'm clearing once again. So if you don't know your elemento, then room temperature is best way to go.
Thank you.
Okay, Vinod ji, go ahead.
हाँ, शॉर्ट क्वेश्चन। आपने वो रूट ऑफ द स्पाइन पे शुरू किया था बताना, तो अगर रूट ऑफ द स्पाइन जो है उसमें कुछ प्रॉब्लम है सपोज, तो क्या सिम्टम है उसके और कैसे करेक्ट करें?
रूट के 4-5 very simple symptom है. At the end of the day, it also affects your prostate. In older age, prostate is rampant, but it could be because of root. I'm not saying it's only because of root. One of the major reason behind that could be root is not awakened. That's one thing. Digestion could be an issue for root issues. If the person is young, then sperm count may be affected, sperm quality may be affected, and sexual behavior could be affected. If young person is there, ED could be a problem, erectile dysfunction could be a problem. If for a young women or even those who are menopause stage, that there could be some behavioral issues as menopause stage, or after that could be ovary problem, ovary related issues. So women could have ovary related, that's why most of the time they remove the ovary. So for men could be prostate related problem, for women could be ovary related problem at the later stage. I'm not saying only because of this, but root could be a persistent problem for this. Also, the wind related gas, वात, ये problem होगा. Digestion related issue होगा. Uterus related issues भी हो सकते हैं. So
रूट को अवेकन कैसे करें फिर?
So एक तो सजेशन दिया है हमने कि जो लेग रेज,
हाँ वो ठीक है
2 लेग रेज, दूसरा लोअर, ये इसको ट्रीटमेंट
ठीक है, ये उससे कनेक्टेड है सब।
ये इसका करिए। इसके अलावा जो 5 ऑर्गन्स है उसके रिलेटेड, प्रोस्टेट, पेनिस, वेजाइना, यूट्रस, ओवरीज, इन 5 का रेगुलर एटलीस्ट फॉर 40 days or 50 days इन ए रो इनका एक्यूप्रेशन. सो वो अराउंड इधर होता है, आज टाइम नहीं है. So, but I can give you those organs as well.
ठीक है, ये तो बहुत कॉम्प्लेक्स और बड़ा सब्जेक्ट हो गया, क्योंकि सिम्टम भी बहुत बड़े कॉम्प्लेक्स हैं, और फिर उसका ये रेजोल्यूशन भी बहुत कॉम्प्लेक्स लग रहा है इसको, तो इसको किसी और टाइम
जी इसको अलग से 30 to 40 मिनट में एक प्रॉब्लम को एड्रेस करना, वो गागर में सागर समाना है.
बिल्कुल.
But I try my best, and again we revisit. If you want me to cover a topic again, just text me or send me an email, send an email to Anil ji or something, and then we go from there. Thank you. I hope I addressed your issue.
Yes, sure. Thank you.
Okay, that's good. So that's enough for the day, Bharti ji. It was a wonderful session today, very informative. I'll stop the recording now, and then we